very, very good morning. Uh, Actually, first thanks to the gift team, Jake, Julie, and Anand to introduce me to this team. And I'm much more privileged to talk to you and share about my organization. So without wasting any time, I'll share my presentation and start talking.
Yeah, thank you. We are looking forward to that.
Okay, so very good morning again. So I am Dr. Aanchal Katoch and a cancer biologist and molecular biologist by background. I did my PhD in India and then I did my postdoc in Yale. I was there for 4 years and then I came back to India, and right now I'm working as a scientific communication manager in the organization which I will be introducing to you in the coming next slides, which is called as Bhubaneswar City Knowledge Innovation Cluster, which is nothing but a science and technology cluster. Coming to the next slide. So right now, India has a concept of science and technology cluster, which has come up. And right now we have 7 science and technology clusters. And what are these science and technology clusters? They are actually, I would say, a dynamic ecosystem where they try to bring on different partners. For example, academia, institutes, government, startups, different companies together in one platform so that they can work together, and then the progress can happen within the society. And they work in a principle of a pyramid, where the base of the pyramid is to first create a shared ecosystem, which I just talked about, to bring everyone together, and then find solutions for regional problems. Each cluster would do in its own state initially, and then they would spread all over the country. And lastly but not the least, not just national, they try to work on the strengths. Each of the cluster will work on their strength and on 1 or 2 domains, so that we can be seen on a global platform. So Bhubaneswar City Knowledge Innovation Cluster, where I work, is also a science and technology cluster. It's a Section 8 company, and it's an initiative of, as I said, Office of Principal Scientific Advisor, and it is made under the guidance of Prime Minister's Science, Technology and Innovation Council. So this is the brief introduction, and how, as I say, how we would like to work and what is our mission and vision which we see is we can't work alone in silos. And if we have to grow and see the growth all over, we have to create an ecosystem, strong ecosystem, so that all the strengths are collectively come together, and then we can move forward to promote the innovation technologies and finally deploy those technologies. So that is one of our main mottos to do. So I will go in brief, and you can stop me if you have any questions later or even between. So what a science and technology cluster, specifically our cluster, does is we have divided our projects of work into different thematic areas, which starts from healthcare, energy, STEM, sustainable livelihood, and then and many more. And agri-tech is one of the major thematic areas too. And we try to work with different ecosystem partners based on these thematic areas. I will be giving you glimpses of activities which our organization has done and we are planning to do. I'll come to STEM later on, as this is the main focus of today's presentation. But other than STEM, we are, as I said, we want to provide solution to local people. So what are the state challenges which we are facing? One of the very interesting one is restore promise of water, where with our ecosystem partners, what we have tried to done, rejuvenate the dried lakes and ponds, which not only gives a water resource to the local people or the tribal people there, but it also gives them sustainable livelihood, because they have started doing fishery there, and the silt which comes out of those dried ponds and lake is then used in their farms as a fertilizer, because it's rich in nutrients. So this is one of the example which we try to do in different districts within the state, so which helps the local people there. And another one is an example of waste to value, where as we know that in India we have a lot of rice farming happening. So whatever rice husk comes out of it is a waste, but not making it to be just a waste. People have started, we have involved the local people itself to make valuable products out of it, paper, bags, and different things, which finally goes to the market so that they can earn out of it too. And not last but not the least, and I have not listed all of them because thinking of the lack of time, is so we have a lot of forest produce which comes up, but then the forest produce usually gets wasted because it's not channelized properly. So the aim is again here in this project is to make a value chain development for the forest product which is coming out, which eventually helps giving a sustainable livelihood to the people there. And another one is women technology parks. And this project actually involves all the tribal women, young girls there, which are working in the tribal areas, so that you give them employment, you give them, the strength and the confidence that they can do something out of themselves. Is first one of the project is to make, I hope my mouse is moving, eco-friendly sanitary pads for women hygiene, because that is very, very important. We like face so many diseases because of that. And another few ones are they whatever raw material is coming out of the forest, they try to make incense sticks which are a good fragrance in incense sticks. And because we have in Odisha, in that state, a lot of millet production, we tried this millet usually does not taste as nice as you say wheat, rice. So they have tried to make millet noodles and many more products out of it, so that it comes into use, and they do it all by themselves, they become independent. So this is two of the areas. Another area which I said, because our cluster focuses on deployment of technologies with different startups and different people coming up with different ideas. So we help them, hand holding them from the stage of ideation till they deploy it. Some of the example and projects are in infectious diseases. Then we try to keep having these workshops with CSR, the company's different CSRs, so that the money of the CSR project is not just used for any small social cause, but they could be used for developing some technologies which eventually helps in solving some society problems, right? And there are many more where, like, there are some of the government policies where they try to give funding to the ideas which are based on biotechnology, or I would say any bioscience related, solving a societal issue. So the focus should be that we are solving any problem of the society, either locally or even nationally, all over. Then as we all know, doing just nationally won't be, like, that's not it. So we tried and we have built up international partnership with especially, right, for example, with UK in the sector of healthcare, and also in the sector of critical minerals, because critical minerals, Orissa is rich in critical minerals, so it has to be used properly and channelized properly. So that's, and also in the area of STEM with Coventry University. And there are other international relationships, projects which are coming up, but right now this is what is working on. And in the mission programs which have added up recently, is we are trying to work on projects with different institutions, R&D institutions here in Orissa and in India, on green hydrogen and blue economy. Different projects are coming on blue economy, and one of the major focus is also biodiversity conservation. So coming back to STEM, which is a focus of students, even like, because here we are talking about young innovators. So we have come up with the help of the company called Bear Crop Science Limited. They, in association with us, they have come up with a fellowship, and this fellowship is for the students for higher educations like masters and PhD, who are from the weaker economical background, so that they can continue their study and whatever ideas, so they are exposed to the world with the higher studies which they want to do. And then we keep on having events like National Science Week festival, where again we try to bring in different researchers, scientists, and even leaders from industries to come on and give different talks and motivate the students. We would have different science fairs, competition for students, and those competitions will not just be like science related, but it could be essay writing, it could be poetry, it could be debates, different poster making, and specifically some science projects which are trying to solve some social problem. Then we keep doing workshop on IP, because how can an innovation go without knowing what intellectual property rights are? Then we keep on having small events in different schools and colleges called Sparkathon, where we listen to their ideas and we have different mentors who would guide them if they need the guidance. Some different conferences based on different specific topics, which is coming up, like polymer-based technologies. And also, right now in our organization, we have set up a center of excellence, which is based on molecular diagnostic, which is open to the school and colleges. If they have some project, they can come to us and they can work there and work on their project and move forward. So this is just a glimpses of activities. Coming to the main thing which I wanted to share today here, where GIFT has very generously agreed to be a part of. And this is just an initiation of this program in a larger scale, but we are very sure that in future, we would have much more involvement from GIFT and even IFIA. So this is nothing, Catch Them Young is for nurturing and transforming the young minds who are coming up with the brilliant, innovative ideas. And this specific program is done in association with Atal Tinkering Lab, which is again an initiative of the government of India to spread the culture of innovation. And what better way to spread the culture is then to start with the young minds. So I'll in brief say about this program. This program is for students from class 6 to class 12, and it's divided into three main parts. The first one is recent, like it's happening in few days, and this is on 26th of April, where we have trying to arrange a workshop. We are calling different managers and teachers which are involved in different schools to listen to them. What are their problems? What are they facing? What they really want? How much the labs their setup are able to do, and what are the lacunae in the procedure. Based on program will be decided, and the second part would come, which we have planned for a summer think camp, which is a 5-day event. And in this event, actually, the students come into picture. They will be coming and giving hands-on training to different STEM activities, specifically 3D printing, CAD/CAM like models, because we have a very good facility with us. And they will be exposed to other STEM activities because we have a molecular diagnostic hub too. And the purpose of this summer camp is not just to give them hands-on training, but during this time, they would try to come up with their innovative ideas based on whatever they're getting exposed to. And these ideas will be then nurtured and mentored, and we are giving them a time of 1.5 months. And once they are prepared with the ideas, comes the last part, which is a science fair of 2 days, where these students will be, allowed to present their ideas among different mentors and the audience which will be there. They will be, I would not say judged, but they would be heard upon, and whatever problems they're facing, we could suggest that. And not just these presentations, but we will try to have different workshops where we will try to call leaders from different institutes, and they will enlighten the young minds about what is happening and what should be done, and ignite a spirit of entrepreneurship in them, and also tell them about say what is the importance of science communication. Especially me being recently joined this field, I feel that it's very, very important. And sessions like that. So, and they will be all based on what the schools which we are getting involved in actually want from us. So this is a 3-part event, and we have spread it in among 3 to 4 months. And this is the start. So that once we know what is the demand, we will be every year making it a regular event. We'll try to make modifications according to what is the real need, and we will make it a regular event, not just like in few months, but we will try to be in touch with those young minds all through the year whenever they need us. So this is the idea about this program which I wanted to share. And as I said, alone we cannot do anything. So these are very valuable ecosystem partners of our organization, which includes, as I said, industry, academia, government, and even which are recently companies which have come up with us, and they're trying to help us in different various projects. And then at last, I hope I'm in time. I would thank GIFT, Jake, Julie, and Anand so much for introducing to this platform. If you have any questions, I'm open to it, and thank you so much. should I stop sharing?
Yeah, yes, please stop the sharing. Thank you very much for this amazing sharing information. We're looking forward to hear more about your just like all kinds of your activities, events, and the new exciting collaborations. It's so exciting.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and we'd love to hear at the next gift the results from your camps. I think that would be like what ideas came from these kids. Like how did our igniting their inner STEM and empowering them?
Yes, sure. That's why
Hear
yes,
that.
I think I would like to do that, and we will try to involve those students, and if they can come up and present here in this platform, it will be a very good exposure even for them. Not this time in this program, but we are trying to do is which we are in talking term with, like I think I have shared this with Jake, Julie, sorry, and Anand, is that in such events we would like to have a virtual session from the students who are from outside India. And so the students get to know what are all other kids are doing all over the world, and they get inspired. Because sometimes what happens is we are in a cocoon and we keep seeing what's happening in a small area. So they should know what's happening in the outside world. So that's the aim. So let's see if we are successful. I hope we will be. So this is just a start. So and I look forward to hearing other talks today in the session, how much ever I could, but I'll try. Thank you so much again.
Yeah, so that is quite a good idea. Sorry, Gary. Sorry. Yeah, I think it's such a really good idea to let students not know about the things inside the country, but outside to know the whole world, what is going on. And by the way, there will be a talk at the end of this whole gift event. It's about the education and the AI. I think that talk is also very interesting. And if you have time, maybe you want to hear about that.
Yes, sure, I'll be there.
Oh, really? That's great. Okay, so I think the time is up, and our next presenter is here. And
Yes.
we're so sorry that to have to say goodbye to you, and we really hope to see you in coming gift again.
Sure, thank you. Bye.